Hi guys, it's me again. Very sorry about what happened. I honestly do not understand what's happened. But I kind of rectified it and we're back. Um, wow, it's like my apologies. My sincerest apologies for that. I don't really understand why that happened, but once I finish the stream, I'm gonna, look into fixing that issue. You so please forgive. Apologies for this. I don't know why it happened again. It's like. But yeah, I'm gonna look into that. I probably maybe call it a day on the streams. I won't, you know, wasting of use time right now. My apologies because yeah, it just kind of cut off and I've been offline maybe 10 minutes or something like that. Okay, you know what? I'll do my best and do some work now. Let me just check a few more things on my end. Okay, so let me do some more work and then I'll call it a day. My apologies again. I just found out this, but I always check my stream from time to time, and I saw it wasn't really showing what it's supposed to show. I just checked it now, so yeah, things should be fine. Please, thanks a lot so much for your patience. If you've been with me for this long, you're so awesome and so patient. I don't really deserve that patience, but really thankful. So yeah, okay, just gonna get myself fully ready. Yeah, so. All right, so I believe I was talking about what it's like for professionals, why, some are so successful and others not as successful. Does it mean they're not all successful in their own way? No. Everybody has their own idea of success. Some people are more mainstream successes than others, Does it mean that they're any less important? The answer is no. They're just as important as anyone else, you know. Everybody brings something to the world. That's what people understand. There's this whole like hive mentality where people they try to generalize people and say, oh, like everybody's the same, or you know, when it comes down to people's belief, they believe that that the Earth isn't the center of the universe. It ties into a lot of different things because if you believe that you're just a speck amongst many, and that's all you are, you're just an ant. Excuse me, living out its existence, then you won't really value your life, right? That's why you see, I was watching like some kind of trailer for some kind of show where there's these guys who are like high, this kind of high, like rope walking, This guys that go, I can't remember what they called it. Not rope walking, like they do some kind of like high level, stuff where they're like climbing really tall, you know, artifacts and whatnot. And they said it was a kind of epidemic or something, and people were dying, you know, they were dying, they were falling in their numbers and dying. So yeah, it's like I was thinking to myself, it's like maybe these guys have a death wish or something. Maybe their life is not going the way they think it should go or something. I don't know. I don't know why. I honestly, someone should could explain to me why you would go on do something that dangerous and not seem to care, unless you have some kind of death wish. Maybe I don't know. Because I hope not, because I feel like everybody's important in this world, and you should not have a death wish. You should not feel like you need to do something like that to get recognized just before you fall. I was like, yeah, well, I guess people seem to like people that do that stuff, right? And I get they were saying that people that were doing that stuff, I can't remember what it's called, high flying or whatever. People that do that stuff were getting a lot of likes on their social media, a lot of recognition, and but a lot of them like fell to their death. So you just think to yourself, like, why would someone go on and do that? Why would someone go on the high rise and start putting their life at risk unless they felt like they were not important or they've gone through something that they don't want to face? They have some childhood trauma, you know. And yeah, I'm not a therapist or anything. I'm just it's my own like observation. I feel like people need to face at some point. They need to face your trauma, and for me, that was knowing who God is, and having God opened up those parts of my own life. So basically, trauma is something that is hard to overcome, and if you try to hide yourself inside it, it's a problem, big problem. So I would strongly, advise against running away from it because it eats away at you. It's like a monster, it grows. And a lot of us as horror writers, there's inspiration to be drawn from trauma. A lot of things that you see life very differently, and that's where a lot of the best stories come from, right? So it means that everything you go through is for a reason because we can learn from those stories. We can learn from your artistry. Because a lot of times you see like the best paintings, out there, they depict something that that person experienced. They depict something that is real. That's why I also will use this platform to encourage people. Like when you're drawing stuff, don't always be too keen on just drawing random stuff. Because one day you're gonna go back and look at those drawings and you're gonna think to yourself, what the F was I drawing? You have to ask yourself like, it's like a multi-step process. This is when you actually put your foot in the water, right? For those of us who, for those of you, I can't say us can actually do this now, but those people who out there not expressing themselves, expressing their talents, um, there might be a hole, a big hole, a big void that needs to be filled, and you might try to fill it with something else. And you don't know by expressing your talents in the right way, you will find yourself being able to exercise a lot of those demons. I mean, that's the reason why we have art. Maybe that's the reason why we have these talents, so we can actually exercise a lot of those demons, hiding around our lives, trying to make us feel like ish, trying to make us feel like we're not worth anything and make you feel less than who you actually are. And sometimes the best way for you to exercise those things is to do something that you're good at. And doing something you're good at, some people are good at that high flying stuff. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like they're climbing obstacles really tall, stuff like the Eiffel Tower, stuff like this. Construction stuff, cranes, things like this. So they climb all this sort of stuff and it's really, really high. It's really, really high and it's really risky. But some of them don't come down. Some of them never come down. You know what I mean? And I find that really, really sad. Really, really sad. And I really don't know why people would put their lives at risk like that, unless it's for what I think it is. But then again, I could be wrong. I digress. So just some random guy on the internet. So basically, that's my own thoughts on it. Is I really don't think people should risk their lives unless it's for a good reason. Yeah, and when you see people risking their lives a lot of times, you have to ask yourself, why are these people here? But sometimes situations is what will draw us to bring out the best of us, right? Situations it sometimes necessitates action. And sometimes unless you enter into a certain situation, you would never feel the need to do something. Like, a lot of times before people become activists, and when I'm saying activists, I mean people that actually bring something to the table in that regard, actually have that actually have a hard on for reality. They're not people that are just doing it for selfish reasons or mundane reasons or things that don't really help you, don't really help life, don't really help the future, don't really help propagate life on earth. So as long as you're doing something that's useful, and I feel that you will feel useful. And that's where helping people comes in. And that's what a lot of us lack when it comes to getting better, is that people stay in their shell rather than going out there and helping people. Or so for me, this is like a form of helping people, is me coming out here and drawing this stuff. Maybe somebody will like what this is, they'll feel inspired, they'll feel the need to do their own thing. My apologies if I have to pause my audio at any point in time. Just forgive me for that. I need to do that. And yeah, so basically, I'll be ending this live stream very soon in any case. Hopefully, the next one will not be interrupted like this one was. My apologies for that. Um, I was probably going to end the live stream, but I saw that YouTube was still pushing it, so I broadcast again and it thankfully connected. So the issue that I was trying to spoil things didn't work. And thank God for that. But I have to try and find a permanent solution. It doesn't happen again, ever. I need to make sure that you guys get the best quality. So we need to value ourselves, guys. We need to make sure that we're not giving the devil any opportunity to mess with our heads. Because the head is a very sensitive place. You have to make sure that whatever enters your head is not something that's gonna make you feel less than who you are. And that is a very key thing. Because we're all very special in this earth, and that's one of my message is like, you may think you're just another cog in the wheel, and sometimes it feels like that when you work in a place and uh, if something happens with you, they just replace you, type deal. That's kind of how the world is running at the moment, and it's kind of sucks. But you're not just a cog in the wheel. Sometimes things have to happen to push you in a different direction, and you start to realize that you have to expand your worldview, expand your mind. It's like they say in the Matrix, free your mind. I still stand up. Uh, I know this is very good. This is very popular, but I think Lawrence Fishburne is the real star of Matrix. Actually, I know he's the real star of Matrix. Even though I love Keanu, Lawrence was just absolutely amazing in that movie, man. Like, dude, honestly, the guy was just ridiculous in that movie. Ridiculous. The guy his age, he was in his 40s when he did Matrix, and it's like, dude, like, how do you learn in martial arts in your 40s? Maybe you had experience prior. I wouldn't be surprised. A lot of these Hollywood guys are they're actually dangerous in real life. A lot of people don't realize that, but yeah, the fact that he was able to do that kind of martial arts training, but obviously for Keanu, he's young. Carrie was younger, but he was like the older one, and yeah, he was able to keep up, if not like, in my opinion, like be the best. He was like the best because he was very like, when you look at his technique, it's like he was fighting like somebody who'd been fighting all his life. Oh goodness. But he was very key to finding the word. So if Lawrence didn't exist, Neo wouldn't exist. That's the truth. Dude. Oh man. Oh man. Oh wow. So yeah, so if Lawrence didn't exist, Neo wouldn't exist. It would be a very, very different story. And we can see how that happened in Matrix Resurrections, yeah. So I love Matrix so much. Love that movie. And I think there's some novelty to it, right? But I don't think they really wanted to bring Neo back. I don't really, I'm still very unsure what they were planning in that movie as to what the goal of the movie was. I'm still trying to figure it out even now. But as an artist, I can appreciate the effort they put in, even if it's not necessarily my cup of tea. But when I see a piece of art, to an extent, you can appreciate it. And sometimes I can be harsh when it comes to movies. I don't feel like being that right now. But yeah. For me, the main Matrix movies are one to three. But four is like in a different universe, an alternate universe, an alternate reality. That's why part four sits for me, honestly. Uh, yeah, I'll have to find a good detail brush to use. I don't know. It's um, right. So my apologies again, guys, for not being able to um, continue to stream um, to the level I wanted without any interruptions. I really, really wanted to have a good stream today, and I hope you guys have still had a great time. Um, so I'm really, really thankful. Thank God for giving me another opportunity to be here with you guys to do this stream. And you guys are really brilliant. You guys are really awesome. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to finish this painting once and for all. I would like to do a background, I guess. Something rudimentary, nothing really special. Uh, might I have to move to another software to complete what I want? I don't know. But I don't. Yeah, probably be able to stream that, I guess. Um. So yeah, I'm not trying to go into too much detail right now, but maybe tomorrow I'll try and find something that would be good. Work on my shadows. I'll look into doing some reflections as well. I don't know. I'm gonna, you know, I'll figure it out. But yeah, so basically, this is coming along rather nicely. I thank God gotten to this point, and I'm able to keep this up and keep being patient on this. I'm very grateful for you guys' patience, and I hope that you guys have a great day. You guys have a wonderful time. It's been surreal. This is Yazat. Yazat out. Have a great day. God bless.